Guys, welcome to your next video in this training, and I hope you are enjoying this business so far. Um, what I'm going to be talking about with you today are some resources. And your number one resource is your upline, obviously, and we have an amazing team of people that are always here to help you. And, even if I'm not available, you've got Maisha in Kansas City and Stephanie Ashentrap and Kendall Goff up in Kansas City and Shayla Holman in Wichita. And also we have our Jen Griswold out in Jersey. So if you ever need some extra help with those things, make sure you reach out to me and I can get you in touch with them. But I also want you to know that there are so many places that you can find answers to before you even reach out to us. And the more of that kind of stuff that you read and become familiar with, the better versed you're going to be whenever you're presenting this to your prospects. One of which is your Pulse. Obviously, whenever you log into Pulse, and there's this thing in there called your Biz Dev Library, standing for Business Development Library. And guys, oh my gosh, there's a plethora of information in there. A couple that I really like is in Forms and Templates. You can see a CV cheat sheet, which will show you what you make on each thing that you sell. And I also love the PC pricing guide. That's going to show you something you can print off and you could show to someone how much they're going to pay retail versus PC price. There's lots of product flyers in the communications corner in there. There's lots of flyers that you can make, and all you have to do is plug in your picture and your information, and it is printable, or you can post it on Facebook right from there. It's really handy. And you can also search in there. You can search for return form, you can search for reverse, whatever it might be, and it will pull it up. So most likely you're going to find your answer there. Also on your Pulse, on your dashboard and those little icons up there, there's something called RF Connection. And if you have a question that says, hey, is there gluten in our products? What do pregnant people need to steer away from? Anything like that, what has sunscreen in it? You go to that RF Connection. This is like the medical area, 911, and you search gluten or you search pregnancy, and it's going to pull up all these frequently asked questions regarding those topics. So I guarantee a lot of your questions will be answered through the RF Connection, and that's also on your Pulse in those top icons. Another really great resource for us is called the Redefine Your Future blog. And literally, if you just Google Redefine Your Future blog, it will pull it up. And you can also sign up for it. So they will send you the blog of the week. And they highlight different consultants that have been fairly successful in this business from all walks of life. And they do a little interview. And actually, they did one on me a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago. It's a little outdated. But if you search Sarah Reinecke, you can see mine from a while back. But you can also, instead of searching for people's names, you can search for nurse, you can search military, you can search teacher, and it will pull up all of the blogs that include something about a teacher. So here's how you can utilize this. Two ways. One, you can use it as a memory jogger. Whenever that email comes to you and you read that story about maybe a military spouse that's husband is deployed and she's been really successful, you might think, oh, my friend Susie is just like that. And then you can send them the link and say, hey, Susie, I read this article today and it made me think about you. Girl, we need to talk. So as a memory jogger. Or if you're already talking to Susie and you're like, she's in the military, So you search military and Redefine Your Future blog. And then if you come across one that she might relate to, then you can send it to her and say, hey, thought about you today, read this. And it helps them to see that other people like them have been successful in this business. So it's a really great tool. And plus, it's really motivating when you see all these people from all walks of life doing really well in this business. Okay, so that's Redefine Your Future blog. Also on Facebook, I know you are like, oh my gosh, I'm a member of so many groups, but those are great resources for you. Team Give is huge now. Whenever I started, it was about 2,000, and right now I think they're up to 8,000 people on that page. But the great thing about that is you can go to files and you can search. You can search like Mary Kay, or you can search some other company like that, and it will bring up all the discussions that have ever been had about comparing our products to Mary Kay products. Or you can search pregnancy, or you can search raffle ticket, whatever it is that you're looking for, and it will bring up any conversations that have been had about that. And so instead of asking on Team Give, hey, what do we know about blah, 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 you can first search and see if there's already been discussions about that, and most likely there has been. And you can search the files on Elevate, on Bible Group, and TeamGive, any of those files. And TeamGive has a lot of really great information in those files that I think you're going to find very, very helpful. So again, check that first before you post on there and say, hey, what do you know about this or that? Also, every Sunday night, which I try to post on Sundays to remind you, we have 2 or 3 training calls that always happen on Sunday night. Sarah Robbins' call, Romy's call, which is the Powered by You page, and TeamGive. They all have a call on Sunday nights. And guys, I really encourage you to try to catch at least one of those calls. Oh, excuse me. One of those calls every Sunday night. And I know for myself, if I don't catch one live, the week gets away from me. But I'll tell you, there's a couple of girls on our team that have really great systems, like they listen to calls while they get ready in the morning or while they're working out. Find a system to stay plugged in, because guys, that makes a huge difference. I still listen to training calls and I pick up on something new every single time. It's very important for your business to catch at least one recorded call each week. So that is a lot of really great resources for you to use. And then last but not least, your upline. Then you message me. If you can't find the answer at any of those spots, then message your upline or message me, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. But you want to make sure that you've tried those resources first, because my goodness, they've given us so much to work with. Okay, the second thing that I want to talk to you about is our bragging rights. Oh my gosh, we have so much to brag about. And I just got back from San Francisco and we learned some really great things. Guys, did you realize that we are the fastest growing skincare company in the country? The fastest one. And that's because we have a 106% annual growth rate for the last 6 years. When they broke away from Estee Lauder in 2007, they made $3 million, which was a success. That was significantly more than they made at the glass counter. We are going to end this year as a $500 million company. My goodness, that is a lot of zeros. And we are projected in 5 years to be a $2 billion company. So you want to be super thankful that you were jumping on this ride right this second, because it's about to get awesome, let me tell you. We are also the #1 premium skincare acne brand with our Unblemished. And Proactiv is the #1 mass market brand for acne. So they have both markets wrapped up with their acne brand. The doctors themselves are Stanford trained, and they're both dermatologists. They still have a working practice, and they still are adjunct professors at Stanford where they went to school. And also, our company is completely in the black because of Proactiv. And the reason that they started this business is to be able to help and empower people just like you and I be way more successful than we ever dreamed possible. We have so much to be proud of, guys, and we give back all the time. Our Build On organization that the company gives back to is a really great program that empowers impoverished children to finish school and to do something with their lives that they never dreamed possible either. So you know what? Be proud of that, guys. Whenever you're talking to people, a lot of times they don't realize what a big deal this is. We are also the 4th largest skincare company in the country. We are behind Lancome Clinique and Estee Lauder. So I always tell people we're up there with those big dogs, but they paid Dillard's and Saks and Nordstrom, where Rodan & Fields chose us. And my goodness, am I thankful for that. The 4th largest, fastest growing skincare company in the country. And the other piece that's important for people to understand is that we are in the United States, and we just opened in Canada last February, and we found out in September that our next market is Australia, which will be, for us, working its way in the fall of 2016, which it's not fall in Australia, FYI. So our next market is Australia. So many of the skincare companies that we know and have been around for a long time are already global, and we are not yet. So we are just scratching the surface of Rodan & Fields, which is a really great place to be. And then also, think about these bragging rights as you are reaching out to people that you know, but also, guys, lifestyle marketing. And I have several consultants on this team that were lifestyle marketed by yours truly, meaning I talk to strangers. You've got to be willing to be that person that is so darn excited about her job that you can't help but talk to strangers. Your dental hygienist, your waitress. You know what? You are great at what you do. You are perfect. You're the perfect kind of person I'm looking for my team. They can't help but what? Well, what is it? You've complimented them. Talk to strangers. Let them sense your excitement, and that's contagious, guys. They're going to want to know more. Whenever you're checking out at a boutique and say, oh my gosh, it's been so nice to have extra money on my commission card so I can buy this stuff, and my hubby doesn't even know. What is this? What is this card with these two ladies on it? Oh, it's Rodan & Fields. And there's your conversation. You know, find a way. On the airplane back from San Francisco, the girl was sitting in front of me with beautiful curls in her hair. And I said, can I ask you, how in the world do you get your hair to curl like that? She goes, oh, it's a wand. And I said, oh, it's really pretty. You've got thick hair like I do, so I'm always looking for ways to fix it differently. And I said, where are you going? And the conversation started. And so then she got my card, and we've been in contact since then. So I really encourage you to know all of our bragging rights and be so excited and proud of the company that you represent, and bring it up to people that you know, but also to strangers. We love the lifestyle market. And what I always think is, if they think I'm crazy, what do I care? They're strangers anyway, right? And it might end up being one of your closest friends. I hope this was helpful, guys, and go out and talk to strangers and be proud of what you're doing. We'll talk